Hello everybody and welcome to the SFA Season 16 Week 3 BearCave. And if you're listening to this new music, Coach Rick, he kind of cooked. He gave me a new intro kind of music here. Let me know if you can hear it, if you like it, if it's too loud. Wacko ass music. It's what it is the old school FSN college football Saturday intro, but he did it on the app to where it like recreates it. So it is a bit wacko, but I love it. It is my favorite college football intro growing up, because watching the Buffaloes on a Saturday morning when you're like 8 years old, this music got me so hyped to get ran through by Oklahoma. But we are here, we are ready to go. So, yeah, we got a full slate today. If you don't know what the SFA is, it's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in, coach a team, you can recruit, you can play BearCave. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. Links are in any of our descriptions. As we're still going. This is a long song, so we're going to let it play out as you guys filter in. We got Dogwater, Cryo coming. Nathan's here. So, thank you guys for tuning in. We got a nice slate today. We got a nice game day coming up between Oregon and Boston College. And then IRL, we got some nice college football and NFL on today. So we are hyped. So let me know how you like the intro music. But yeah, let's get it started. As always, we are going to, if you don't know what BearCave is, we have the 10 best games of the week. And we're going to jump into them, sim to the end. If the game is good, we'll watch it play out. And then we'll move on. And then we'll have a full game day a little bit later. But I do think you guys should all watch the watch party when you have time. Thanks for redeeming a raffle ticket, Mush. Make sure to DM me so that I don't miss it. But yeah, we're going to get into it. The first game of the week is Kent State and Miami, Ohio. We're going to the MAC. And as always, this season we are doing the predictions for each and every matchup. So get those Bobanos ready as you are trying to get those raffle tickets. So who covers? Do you think it's going to be Kent State? They are a -4. Or do you think Miami, Ohio? And that is +4. So you guys got a minute here before we jump on into it. And as always, if you're here, let me know, kick or receive. We got Coach Blazing up. They did wonders in the transfer portal. And if you do hear a slight buzzing in the background, it is my air conditioning. I've got to have the air conditioning on. Right now, it's been 100+ every single day in SoCal. So have to have it on or I will die out here. Normally I don't have it on, but yeah. So, let's get on into this. Here we go. And as always, guys, check out Home Field Apparel, 15% off. They just released their corduroy hats. If you're into only AC ambiance. No, I just put on the... Yeah, no, I just forgot to unmute the desktop audio, because I had it muted for my intro music. As always, when I try stuff out on stream, I gotta remember to do all the other things. FSN, College Football Saturday. Love that intro. Alright. So, we're gonna get into it. It's Kent State taking on Miami, Ohio here in BearCave. They just barely missed out on a win against San Diego State last week. So, they both have a loss. Very interesting slate this week. And I'm surprised, Cryo, that you guys voted for your game. I thought the MTSU game was kind of a snooze. But we'll see what happens. You're a 14-point favorite. Biggest favorite on the slate. Alright, here we go. No, I mean, I'm not blaming you for it. I just... Alright, so I know that... Coach Blazing wanted me to pick tails and kick. He DM'd me that, so make sure I honor his wishes. And here we go. First game of the week. What's going to happen? Miami, Ohio historically is better, but Kent State, man, they look pretty good with those transfers. But not in this first quarter. McKenna Hawk getting cooked right now. 17-0 is the score. No scoring for Kent State. It's 20-0. What is going on here in Kent? Coach Blazing is a dud on BearCave, I guess. 23-0. 30-0. Oh no, getting absolutely smacked around here on BearCave. Unreal. As we did have quite a few upsets this week. Michigan and Tennessee both went down, so this isn't out of the realm of possibilities. 30-0, they're not going to score. Unbelievable. A shutout here on BearCave. 30-0 for Coach Blazing. He still got some work to do. That's going to be a Miami, Ohio outright victory. Unreal. As we'll check out the stats as always. Here's your scoring summary. Nothing doing for Kent State and Coach Blazing. McKenna Hockey went 15 of 39, 194, 38%. Oof. That's up there. I have not seen that bad in quite a while. And on defense, quite a few guys got above 10 tackles. 5 TFLs for Matt Woods. 4 total sacks. So they were, not horrible on defense, I guess. And fumble-wise, they got 1. But for Miami, Ohio, we've got Eddie Rogers, 19 of 34, the junior. 1 touchdown. Timmons, I mean, this offense didn't even really cook. It's just their defense must have gone crazy. TFLs, yeah, look at that. TFLs went absolutely insane. They got 9 total TFLs, 3 sacks. The pick by Dan Schmidt. And quite a few deflections. They did get 2 fumbles as well. So, domination here from Miami, Ohio. Bit of a surprising one there. As we get it started, as always, got to get my players of the game. As this is Miami, Ohio, outright victory for BearCave. And we've got a ton of battles this week coming down to visit. So recruits might take me a slightly longer than normal to get updated. And we also have our first attempt to flip a commit this week. We'll see if that goes through. But now we head over to the Pac-12. And this is a very interesting game as you got Western Kentucky, Coach Rosie taking over for Huey. In California, historically one of the best teams or programs in the SFA, a top 6 program in win percentage. Going at it, they're always a tough team to beat. This is a California 2-point favorite. So let me pay this one out for the Miami, Ohio bettors. The 24%. Enjoy those Bobanos, folks. As now we go to this one. Do you have Cal with the -2? Or do you have Western Kentucky with the +2? Now remember, if it is an exact spread, it always goes to the cover in our world. We don't do pushes out here, folks. And Coach Rosie, if you're here, or Coach Denny, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And yes, Texas Tech still undefeated. A wild game in Lubbock. That's already up on the YouTube channel if you want to go watch it later on tonight or later this week. It is definitely worth the full watch. Tons of just crazy moments and highlights, and yeah. And you got the Manju Moonman playing for Texas Tech now. Who would have thought? All you needed at Texas Tech was LeBron James. So nobody going to put money on Western Kentucky? Or maybe is that only 100 on Western Kentucky? Oh, you got 1 Bobanos. Congratulations, whoever voted that one. As we're going to jump on into it. Game 2 here today. Remember, we got a full game day coming up as well. It's going to be a banger of a game day. So we got Oregon and Boston College. Mills versus Dave. So you got 1 Bobanon on Cal. Welcome in, Coach McNasty. Yours is coming up pretty soon. A lot of smack being talked between Rutgers and Cincinnati this week. Mushbrain looking to suck on some big toes. Or no, he's asking you to suck on his toe. That's some Skyflyer energy if I've ever seen it. So here we go. The Big Cal. It's on the road for Western Kentucky. Maximus Mays III. Cincinnati shivering in their boots, watching the Hilltoppers own them over and over. Don't see Rosie, so it's heads and kick per usual if you're not here. And Cal will kick it off here first. So will we have a close one in this one? Undefeated Western Kentucky is 7-0 for Cal, but quick response. No defense being played. 28-7 in the blink of an eye. Western Kentucky, you got to lock in. They add a field goal. They add another, but you got to score touchdowns if you want to get back into this. Down 2 scores. Cal scores a touchdown. This one looks to be all over. Cal is cooking here today at home as they do get a late touchdown, so never say never. They get a stop. Remember, we only jump in at the 2-minute mark if it's close. And an interception on the goal line for Maximus Mays. And that might have just done it. The fat lady is singing. Western Kentucky is going to take their first loss of the season. Oh, no. So that is a Cal cover. As you look here, Jackson Viss gets one, and then they just get a return punt as well. Nothing going well here for Western Kentucky. Oh, dear. So Maximus Mays, 22 of 45, 268, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Running the ball, it was Jackson Viss. He does go over the century mark. Laz Palmer gets 7 for 87. Chuck Sledge, he is going to have a important role in the Colorado game. That episode goes up tomorrow for the Yams. It's already uploaded, ready to go. We take on our first ranked opponent. But TFL's Caleb Bradley gets 3. And for California, Mark Cooper, 22 of 33, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Run the ball, Robert Butler over 125. Couple of tutties as well. Holloway gets 2. And on defense, couple of TFLs. Yeah, a lot of them. And then 2 sacks, 2 interceptions for Thomas. A lot of deflections here. 1 fumble. It was recovered. And then, of course, they had the punt return here by Clifton Beck. So, 18-point victory here for California. So a couple of surprising results. I think a lot of people were thinking Kent State would run away with the first one and Western Kentucky would win the second one. But that's just not how it came to pass here today. Is got to get our players of the game. So mark in your BearCaves at home. That is a Cal cover. Yeah, BearCave is cooked already. Alright, so we're going to continue it on here as we got a very weird matchup, and this is probably the weirdest team of the year. Buffalo is defying all laws of physics. They almost took down FSU, and then they beat Clemson, and they've scored practically all of their points in the fourth quarter, as now they take on BYU and Coach Ron. So Ron, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Mike, you're just joining us. Kent State lost 30-0, and then Western Kentucky just lost to Cal by 18. So not anything crazy happening, but Cal covered. So that 1% person who put money on them, enjoy those Bob and us, as we got a who covers in this game. This is a BYU is the favorite. So BYU -2, and Buffalo, are they going to have another explosive fourth quarter? 2 weeks in a row. They've almost won their game in the fourth quarter. They did upset Clemson last week. This is a team that is not your daddy's Buffalo, not your grandpa's Buffalo back in like season 10. This is a very rough roster that just somehow finds a way in the fourth quarter. So we'll see what you guys got. Very interesting start, to say the least. Looks like money is going... I believe the left side is going to be my top, so I think BYU just got 1.5. On my end, I can't see the points once I put it out. I probably can find a way, but I'm not going to mess with my settings. It already took me forever to figure out how to get our intro song on there, and a big dick on the BYU cover there. So, all right, here we go. BYU and Buffalo, blue on blue crime. BYU just slaughtered the Yams, if you watch yesterday's episode, as we threw 5 interceptions and a fumble. So we'll see if Buffalo can... Oh no, we got rain here at Buffalo, but see if Buffalo can avenge the Yams. Yes, it is an alternate universe, but still a fresh wound. So here we go. In the rain, Buffalo, this is one of the toughest places to play. They consistently win here. I don't think they've lost at home in probably 2 seasons. I'd have to check, but they're still up there. But BYU has been cooking in recruiting last couple of years. Ron taking kind of an all-business approach recently. They still got Pakarora Koriaki, his brother. As we're just going to go heads and kick since I don't see Ron in the chat. And Buffalo wins the toss. They will kick it. And here we go. So Buffalo and BYU. 7-0 here for BYU. Buffalo does respond. Remember, you got to watch out for the fourth quarter from Buffalo. Last couple of weeks, that's when they've gone absolutely hysterical, as BYU now has the lead. But Buffalo respond. No, they don't. They got stopped. So here we go. Third quarter. 2-score lead for BYU. Buffalo hangs in there. They get another stop. Fourth quarter. Here we go. Can BYU hold them? Buffalo... fumble. Okay, BYU takes over. And they score. So it's a 10-point game. Remember, we cannot jump in unless Buffalo pulls back within a score here. And they don't. So BYU has the ball. They go for it. They can finish it off here. Remember, it's a 10-point spread. Can't jump in quite yet. 3rd and goal. 4th and goal. They don't get it. So now we'll see. Can Buffalo do something crazy? They're running out of time. They need something. 3 seconds left, and that's the game. Buffalo could not get back into it. That's going to be a BYU cover. And BYU remains undefeated as BYU got a punt return. So we've had 2 punt return touchdowns here, both from guys named Beck. We had Clifton Beck and now H. Beck. What the heck? Bowling gets a touchdown. Shamar Winter breaks into the end zone. Interesting start for sure. As Jonathan Bell, the redshirt senior, doesn't throw it a ton in the rain as they just fed it to the workhorse, Shamar Winter. Over 100 yards for him. And through the air. Brewster to Kalen Thrust didn't do much. 12 pancakes for Frank. And on defense, 3 TFLs for Corey Miller. Sack goes to Patterson. Interception for Sam Bass. Deflections, only 1 for Chris Davis. Not that Chris Davis. Sam Patterson and Jeremy Moses. And for Buffalo, Kenneth Smith, they couldn't strum up some magic this week. Is Bolin, the fullback, got the bulk of the carries. Because, yes, that's right. Their starting running back, who's like a 64 overall, got hurt last week. So, fullback taking the bulk of the carries. Remember that. Like I said, this is a team that just got throttled in the transfer portal. 3 TFLs, 2 sacks. I mean, defense played well. You hold them to 24. You expect to win a game, right? But the rain definitely affected them here. And a big-time road win for BYU. So the first game was an outright win for Miami, Ohio. And Cal did cover, and then BYU covered. So you're 2 of 3 so far win. Gotta say, that is a nasty strategy going for all covers, but I support the grind here. As Harry Beck. What a name. So that's a BYU cover. Those of you guys tracking at home as managed BYU will pay that out. That was a big-time payment, so go on to the next game, and the next game is going to be Rutgers and Cincinnati. We have not jumped into a game quite yet this week, here on BearCave. And this game has had a lot of shit talk happening back and forth all week long. A lot of hype in this game. Definitely one of the most hyped up teams in the nation is Cincinnati this season. Both me and Cryo in our podcast. So Nathan gets the call. So Nathan, tails and kick. All right. So here we go. Let's get the prediction going. So this is a 12-point favorite for Cincinnati. Will they cover? Will Cincinnati cover 12 points? That's a lot of points, and this Rutgers team is getting better in year 2 under Nathan. Can Nathan shock the world here, folks? Are you riding with Nathan, or are you riding the coattails of Cincinnati? I'll give you guys a chance to put in your predictions here, as we've got Nathan wants tails and kicks, so both coaches are here to watch live. We'll see if something funny happens. 12-point overall spread. These are 2 of the 3 favorites in the division. Army as well. Got to think it's Cincinnati, Army, then Rutgers. But Rutgers has been good in the past. We'll see if they can take down the Bearcats. Remember, the Bearcats, they lost to Temple last year, so it is a winnable game against them in the American. All right, so here we go. Win. So this season, the Bobanos are for your raffle tickets. So, because we're not doing CC Sportsbook, raffle tickets, or if you want to guarantee yourself on game day, or if you want to commentate a stream, that's also on there. But it is the raffle tickets primarily for the reward player at the end of the season. So that's why we're doing predictions on every single game now. So kind of replacing the sportsbook for this season. So here we go. We got more rain. I don't know who that helps. Is that going to help Jamarcus McNutt or Keely Radix? Cincinnati feels like they should have won the national championship last season. They were the closest team to beating Baylor. They were within 6 seconds of beating Baylor in that opening round game on the road down at McLean, and they choked. So we got tails and kick for Coach Nathan. Let's see if he can do the unthinkable. He's had a full week of prep. Been watching film, going to Chili's. So here we go. 2-0 teams. First quarter, and no score quickly. So both defenses holding. All right, we got 0-0 game. We got a fumble recovered by Rutgers. All right, watch out, folks. Rutgers might be in this game as both teams stifled. Are we not going to get a score? Rutgers scores right before half. It's Santiago Beachwood, the SFA reject from Jamarcus McNutt. Oh, no. It's 7-0 at halftime. Santiago Beachwood, what a name. And Cincinnati responds, but Rutgers retakes the lead. This one might be on the ropes, folks. We enter the fourth quarter. Oh, no. McNasty, not like this, as West Ungerman gives him a punt. That's the SFA punter. And Cincinnati ties it up with 4 minutes left. So here comes Rutgers. It's 4th and 22. They have to punt it back. As remember, we'll jump in at the 2-minute mark. But here comes Cincinnati already. We may not even get to see him. A quick response. Remember, we'll jump in at the 2-minute mark. They're on the doorstep. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Can Rutgers find a way to get a stop? Here we go. 14-14. 2 minutes left. Keely Radix on the 10. It's quick option. He goes nowhere. Brought down as Rutgers takes a timeout. Cincinnati was a 12-point favorite here at home. 3rd and 13. Trips left. Keely Radix, delay give to the running back. Stiffies a man and goes down. It's Peter Richards. So Rutgers gets the hold as the field goal unit will come onto the field to take the lead. From left hash, it is a 29-yarder. So here's the kick to take the lead. It's good for Cincinnati. But Rutgers will get their chance, folks. Can Rutgers find a way to upset number 6? The cover is unlikely in this game, but we're looking for an outright win if we're Rutgers. Yards have been clearly in Cincinnati's favor, but you don't need yards sometimes. You need points. And one touchdown drive will do the trick here. So here comes the SFA quarterback. First time we've seen him, Jamarcus McNutt. His second year in a weird formation here to start it out. McNutt on the run. He evades 2 guys and it throws incomplete. A lot of SFA players on this defense as you got Ike Wishbone, the last remaining member of the Legion of Doom. Or Legion of Dread, I mean. You got 2 linebackers, both rejects starting. And then you got P.N.A. Litton, the tiny man, rushing the passer. The 5'5" bowling ball. Jamarcus McNutt, he just throws this one away. Not a great start. He's 8 of 23 right now. He's got to settle in. He has to find a way to move the rock. They're only 2 of 14 on the day. Oof, nasty work. As they go back to this weird formation as, oh, he trips on his man over the middle, up the gut, and oh, he gets smoked. It's 4th and inches. The game is on the line for Rutgers. They've got to get it. What is the call? As it was Beckham Pope, the SFA player. They hand it off. Outside, first down for Rutgers. It's Sheldon Williams. The drive continues. Beckham Pope, the reject. 1st and 10. Jamarcus McNutt, he just throws this one away. Rutgers, Nathan, can you let us know what playbook you're playing with? I forget. I'd have never seen these type of formations. Probably have, but 2nd and 10. McNutt throws that one late to the sideline. He goes out of bounds. It's Brian Henley. So slowly but surely, they're dinking and dunking it down. You're using Georgia Tech's playbook. As it's 3rd and 11 for Jamarcus McNutt. Man in motion. They're throwing it. Jamarcus, he yams it deep, and it's tipped away. 4th down. Coach Nathan on the ropes. The dream upset. What is the call? He drops back. McNutt throws it short. He got to make a play. He breaks one. He pushes and he's short. Cincinnati survives. You can relax your cheeks now, McNasty. What a game. And Rutgers has proved a lot of people that they are not a team to be playing around with. What an attempt. They almost had him. No, sir. FSU has not played yet. 3rd and 15. Doesn't look like they can get the ball back here. Yeah, this is only game 4, so if you want to quickly submit some BearCave, you can still get some points. Any points are better than no points, right? Remember, it's a long season. So McNasty, it's not, it's not a celebratory day. And, they survived in the rain as P.N.A. Litton cooked in the middle. But what a game from Nathan. Got to hold your head high after that one. After a tough first season at Rutgers, they're now 2-1. As, yeah, Cincinnati survives the upset bid. Remember, it's all about winning your conference this season. You don't really have to, if you're Cincinnati, you don't have to win every game by 55 like they did last year. Right? You got to just win your conference. So they're doing what they have to do. Win is a win. I mean, they'll likely be moving up. They had Tennessee lose in front of them. We had 2 top 10 teams lose this week. So far, we got Tennessee and we got Michigan. 2 massive upsets. Georgia Southern and Indiana. The Indiana one's a head-scratcher as Beechwood gets a touchdown. Boozin gets into the end zone. So Jamarcus McNutt, 11 for 28, 135, 1-1, not his best day. Sean Williams, man, they could not run it for their life today. And Santiago Beechwood, the SFA player, making a good impression. A lot of guys named Beck on these teams. 3 TFLs for Hancock. 3 sacks on the day for this defense, and Andrew Neal gets himself a pick. Couple of deflections and 3 fumbles is really what kept him in this game. Now for Cincinnati, Keely Radix, 25, 46, 255, 1 tutty, 1 interception. Running the ball, Boozin, averaging 4 a carry, had a tutty as well. And over 100 yards for Devin Nolan. And on defense, PNA Litton, 12 tackles, 4 TFLs, along with Jack's Joker. Got a sack for Joker and Brown. Interception for Beckham Pope. What a day for him. And a forced fumble for PNA Litton. That was not recovered. So that is a Cincinnati no cover. So it looks like the preparation for Coach... 54% were riding Nathan. I thought nobody would ride with Nathan, but yeah. All right, people believed in his preparation. Love to see it as we get our players of the game. It's a Cincy no cover as we continue to make our way through BearCave. So next up, we've got Alabama and Iowa State. How'd the big dog do, McNasty? You guys won, but it didn't look impressive as we've got Coach Schwartz taking on Alabama. Kirko Squatch has been and is the starter. He got a win in his first game last week. We'll see if he can do it against Alabama. This game is a 5-point favorite for Alabama, so we'll see what you guys got. Who covers? We got Alabama. That is -5. And Iowa State at home. Do you trust in Kirko Squatch? That is the question. Do you trust in the Squatch? Got your Dr. Squatch bar ready to go. We'll see what you guys got. Iowa State is an interesting team. I feel like this division is wide open, even though Nebraska did get a sim win today. I feel like Iowa State, Nebraska, maybe even Colorado can make a push. Yep, just if you forget about BearCave, you got to do a quick submission. Try to get yourself as many points as possible. Just be honest. If you're posting late, just be honest about the ones that you didn't get. You know. Alright, so it doesn't look like anybody wants to bet on this one. That's fine. If you don't want bobbing us, I won't force you. Oh, there we go. Got some late submissions. Late to the party. So, Alabama and Iowa State. Here we go. This is a big non-con game. Alabama trying to prove that they are back, in Iowa State trying to prove they're not a laughing stock like they were at the end of last year with Dan Brown. Trying to restore some seriousness in this program with Kirko Squatch. Because you're a big back loser. Alright, Dogwater, you big stupid idiot. Yeah, next time I push one out, I'll try to raise the minimum. Probably 100 is probably the best to do it, right? I'll have to check the option once I put in a new prediction. I don't know if that's an option or not. Wow, Flame the Baylor coach, a historic rival of ISU, doesn't think that Iowa State can do too much. Shocker. I don't know if there's a minimum. Like I said, I know nothing about streaming or any of this stuff. This is all self-learning as we go. If there's something I'm missing, you gotta tell me, otherwise I will never catch it. 7-0 is the score. Alabama cooking Kirko Squatch. We got some fumbles, and 17-0. Another embarrassment incoming. Unless Iowa State, yes sir, yeah, what a drive. Oh, here comes ISU. The Cyclones, baby. You can't count them out, just like the Cyhawk game IRL, and it's back to 10. Never mind. I just need to stop talking as boom! Is that a boom or a doom? It was a boom on that drive, as now we are driving. Got to get a stop. Remember, we won't jump in until under 2 minutes. And it's a fumble! Richie Boots! Come on, Iowa State. Push it home. Push it home. 3rd and 3. Yes, sir! Come on. Touchdown! Iowa State takes the lead. And here we go. 2 minutes for Alabama. Oh, dude, there is nothing like the days of Kiko Strong, and they had Mo Alley Cox, they had Jalen Noel. Man, dude, those early Ron teams for Iowa State were absolutely insane. So here comes Alabama. Delay give, a stiffy, and he gets a couple. But yeah, definitely one of the best offenses we've ever seen was run at ISU. As Igor Torgensen, he's been cooking in the first few weeks, but there's a sack! It's 3rd and 17. Kelvin Cox gets him down. 35-31. It's a +4 for Iowa State. You got to watch out for Igor Torgerson in the middle there on the defensive line. Empty set here for Hayden, trying to keep Bama. And then he goes down! The draw never had a chance. Dustin Anderson. It's 4th and forever. Does Bama have a miracle? They've got to yam it. Hayden floats it short. He has to make a big play. He pushes. No cigar. But Alabama still has their timeouts. It's not over till the fat lady is singing. Inside the 30, fringe field goal range. 3 timeouts for Alabama. Kirko keeps it up the gut, and he gets 8. Coach Schwartz coming over from Colorado, trying to knock off Alabama at home. Kirko in shotgun. Kirko, the handoff, a first down and more. That should do it. Justin McCall for 7. "47 seconds left. Victory formation. Yes, sir. And Alabama will drop to 1 and 2. Ha ha ha. It's always nice to see Alabama go down, baby. So Iowa State is going to get the outright victory here. As now Kirko Squatch is a 2-0 as a starter. He got phased out of Georgia Tech, never starting a game, and then he transferred to Iowa State, lost the preseason battle, and was finally given a chance. Let's go! So there it is, 2-0 for Kirko Squatch. Coach Schwartz, have yourself a day. Proving that this team is, in fact, a player in this division. Oh, man. Oh, mush brain. Yeah, don't look at week 1. We'll just look over that one. The slaughter in Dallas. Or I don't know, were you on the road? I don't remember. All right. So we're about halfway through BearCave. We're cooking. And if you're a college sports fan, Arizona State and Texas State in real life is about to cook. Is about to start. Apparently, Texas State is good. I didn't realize they were good this year. But big run for Alabama. They're up most of the game. And then Mazzy Barmore catches one, the SFA player. Retro Bowl legend. But Joe Hayden, 17 of 29. Brian Smith, over 200 yards. And Phil Franklin's the third. SFA IGR cooking it up today. Fred Pollard, 12 pancakes. 4 TFLs, no sacks. Oh, yeah, that's right. You were telling me they got McLeod. Hickman gets a fumble. Kirko goes 20 of 37, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 54%. McCall gets 81. Kirko gets 58. And Mazzy Barmore, SFA player, 88 yards. And Kramer only got 1 catch. Schlupp gets 7 pancakes. Chodacki gets 4. And on defense, 8 tackles for Anderson, 2 TFLs for Kenneth Jones, a sack for Cox, and an interception for Lewis Fernwood, SFA player, and the fumble. Richie Boots gets 1. What a day for SFA players. Yeah, true. If you're going to get slaughtered, at least just let it be a sim game, just, you know, buried away in the Discord. Alright, so that was an Iowa State cover. Or, not, that's not a cover, it's an outright win, right? Let me get my scoring right. Alright, next up, we've got UNLV and MTSU, which is the Patreon Game of the Week. Not sure why they voted it this one. There's a lot better options, but nevertheless, we are going to get to see Cryo lose to Mid-Tennessee State. So, heads or tails, kick or receive. As you want the Hey Reb all black. And that means they will wear their whites. Alright, so kick, but you want heads or tails, Cryo? That is the question. Let's get this poll going. Alright, minimum betting. Let's see. So, only 7% of you were rolling with Iowa State. Alright, we're going to start a prediction here. Let's see, who covers? It's going to be UNLV, minus 14. And then we got MTSU plus 14. I don't have a minimum Yeah, I don't have a minimum. All I have is how long and the possible outcomes and name the prediction. Viewers can guess the outcome with channel points. Yeah, I can't. I don't have a minimum. Cryo, do you know if there's a way to raise minimum for predictions? I don't know. Yeah, I don't have an option for minimums. It might be in my settings, like in my thing. So, yeah. But it wasn't giving it. I thought there was an option when I make the prediction, but all right. Anyways, Cryo wants tails and kick. So after the streams today, I'll look into my Twitch settings. It might just be in the settings, or you could just not be idiots and do at least 100 coins. I know we've got some broke bitches in here, but hopefully you at least have 100 channel points. Yeah. And then you have to just smack the 10s over and over, yeah. Alright, here we go. MTSU. They've fallen into an abyss after Flipper Masters left, rightfully so. This team is responsible for about 90% of my hair loss. Can't believe Dogwater's calling people big backs. Save that for the Denton Fatties. Alright, UNLV minus 14. If Cryo loses this game, he should be shamed. You have a good team, Cryo. Do not lose this game. I love the sleeve, though, with the Rebels. So, tails and kick. Uchenna Wimbledon. So here we go. MTSU. Can they keep it within 2 scores? Quick touchdown for UNLV. This one could get ugly. Yep, already covering. Wait a second, folks. They're showing some fight mid-10. Oh, dear. 14-7. UNLV just started doing nothing. All right, they added a field goal before halftime. Can Mid-Tennessee? Yes, they do! Oh, but UNLV's cooking. Wait a second! We've got a close one! Uh-oh, Cryo! Fumble! Here come... I forget what they are. Are they Mustangs? Mid-Tennessee State what? Fighting something? I forget. But... oh, and they don't tie it up on the goal line. Cryo gets bailed out in a quick 30! What? A 98-yard touchdown by DeMarcus McKenzie. I'm sick! What? Oh, my God. No shot that just happened. A goal line stand into a 98-yarder. He got bailed. Absolutely bailed. Come on, Mid-Tennessee State. Not like this. Don't let him cover like this. Ah, yes, a defensive penalty. Come on. At least cover. No, they throw a pick. Remember, we can't jump in until it is a one-score game as McKenzie's running it down their throat. And there it is. UNLV cooks them. Never in doubt, right, Cryo? Never in doubt. As they get another touchdown, and that should end it here. And it will. 21-point victory. UNLV does, in fact, cover. Wild game. Yep, line is 14. So McKenzie is just absolutely insane this year, apparently. 98 yards. That is sickening after a goal line stand. Brett Brooks, everybody fade Jackie Moon. 5 straight Bombinub bets. 19 of 34, 218, and a tutty for Brett. And, oh my, 241, 4 touchdowns. DeMarcus McKenzie might be in the running for National Player of the Week. We'll have to check tomorrow. Wow. Euro Miroslav, 6 panty cakes. A lot of TFLs here. 2 sacks. Ubaldo Kingsbury cooking. Bennett and Alford get the picks. Couple of tip-aways. And for MTSU, it is Mario Carpenter. Terrible day. Sean Walker, pretty good player, over 150. Spreading the ball around. And on defense, Barrett with 10 tackles. No TFL except for 1 from John Young, which was a sack. And no interceptions. And 1 deflection from Kyle Nash, along with the fumble. So they put in a valiant effort, but obviously goal line stand into a 98-yarder is definitely going to hurt the momentum. Yeah, good shout out, Flame. That definitely is like Bama USF. So MTSU and UNLV. UNLV does in fact cover. So let me pay out those Bobinas here. It was a lot closer of one than I thought. Alright. Once again, the Patreon members are cooking with their requests. I'm not leaving my Christmas tree at the curb. Booster's got to drag the tree out of my house. Oh no. You're one of those guys who leaves the tree up till February. Nasty work. Alright, here we go. We got LSU in Texas. Oh, baby. Alright, so we've got Llama taking on Coach B-Dog. Now, LSU's not ranked, but this team could be really good. They got a lot of new SFA player talent. So, Llama, if you are here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Oh, it's a Jimbo joke? Yeah, it went over my head. I don't understand Jimbo jokes. Alright. Who covers? We got Texas -7. Or do you got LSU +7? Are you going to take the Longhorns, who made a semifinal last year, or not a semifinal, the quarterfinals, or LSU, who had a down year last year, but rebuilt? It was a building year with the new quarterback, Lavello Blackley. Doubt it was injury. It's probably just all the action going to Texas State. But yeah, 7-point spread for Texas is Miles Stewart, the quarterback, or Marcus Stewart, whatever his name is. Remember, we got game day after this one as well. We've got Oregon and Coach Dave taking on Boston College Coach Mills. So here we go. LSU. Texas. And we've got rain, oh baby. More rain in Austin. This means it's going to be a Stewart Masterclass, the Johnny Manziel experience. Or are we going to see Lavello Blackley and the debut of Addie McBuckets at running back? Also got Jelani McCray at wide receiver, the number 2 player in the country, coming in, or he was number 3, I mean, behind Quinshawn Holyfield and Bryce Beers. Here we go. LSU at Texas. I don't see Llama, so it's going to be heads and kick. Here we go, folks. Can LSU cook them? Quick field goal by Texas. Another field goal, so defense holding a third field goal. Field goals only today, I guess. And a touchdown for LSU. They are in this game. They take the lead. We're at halftime. 5-point lead for the LSU Tigers. They got number 2 on the ropes. They're up 8. Texas can't get in the end zone. They finally do. It's a 1-point game. Can Lavello get it done? They do! Uh-oh. And a deep pass to Quinn Nash and Thomas. This is like an instant makeup. Oh, my God. Will they go for two? Yes, they did, and they didn't get it. Oh, dear. So remember, we'll jump in at the 2-minute mark. Can LSU finish the job? Here we go. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left. 3 timeouts on both sides. LSU has the ball. Addie McBuckets in the backfield. You got Michael Goatsicki at tight end. Hands off to McBuckets, who pushes in, pushed out of bounds. You got to keep the clock running, boy. Addie McBuckets, he was an athlete. Tight end, running back athlete. A boatload of money from Llama. Let's see if it works out for him. If he can win him the game. 3rd and 5. It's a throw for Lavello. Throwing it back to McBuckets. Runs over a man. Runs over two. And Kumani Cruz brings him down. The SFA senior brings him down. 4th down. They're kicking the field goal from left hash to push the lead to 5. LSU. The kick is up. It's 43 yards. And it's good. So Texas has 2 timeouts. They're down 5. The cover not looking too great here for Texas, but they just got to get out of here with a win. Here's the return for Texas. And we're going to see one of the most entertaining quarterbacks ever, Morris Stewart. He's the closest thing the SFA has ever seen to Johnny Manziel. Breakout season last year. Now this is the year they think they can win it all. Under Coach B-Dog. Down 5. These are the moments that make your legacy. Pistol. Drops back. Steps up. Dumps that short. And broken tackle gets out of bounds. Nice wherewithal there from the fullback. But you got to do more than 2-yard pass. You got 82 seconds. 2nd and 8. Texas floats that wide open man. It's Willie Hampton. He gets 5. Llama has not been working on the defense too much lately. 3rd and 3. They're under center. Interesting call here from B-Dog. See if it works out. They'll throw it. Deep drop here for Stewart. Yams it deep. It's, oh, that was it. You gotta pick that. 4th down. It's 4th down, folks. Game is on the line. Number 2 on the ropes. You got the big nasties. It's the Maryland Eye. They fake it. Out wide. Oh, Marty. Fellows. No. Fellows can't get it. And now they're on the ropes. LSU can win it here. Lavello Blackley to Addie McBuckets. Everyone and their mother makes fun of Llama for his recruiting, and look at him now. The 2-star Addie McBuckets he gave like $700K to is dominating number 2 in the country. Hand off to McBuckets. He falls for a yard. Texas has a chance to get the ball back with like 20 seconds left. 3rd and 10. Lavello Blackley. Addie McBuckets. Lavello dumps that off. It's Michael Goatsicki, and he can't get it. Goatsicki is short, but did they get into field goal range? Yes, they did. It's a 42-yarder this time. So they can push this to an 8-point game. Texas will have a chance with about 19 seconds left. What a result this would be if it holds. Here's the field goal attempt. From 42 yards to go up 8. The kick is up and it's good for the Tigers. An 8-point game here. See if they decide to kick it deep. Texas will still have a chance. It's one score. They do end up kicking it deep. Will they return it? Yes, they will. Oh, nice move there from Marty Fellows. 14 seconds. Does Morris Stewart have something in him? This will be a massive result in the division if it holds. 14 seconds in a dream. Morris Stewart yams it deep. Hits his man diving. It's Quinn Nash. 35 on your dome. They're in yam range, and they're hurrying it up. They're going to spike it. 2 chances at the end zone. Seven seconds left. Morris Stewart. They were down 24 in a blizzard to Boston College. Somehow won that game. Can they win this one in the rain? Morris Stewart yams it deep again. Hits his man down at the 1. They've got to hurry it up. They got 1 second. Come on. Will they do it? 1 second. No. Triple zeros. Time runs out for the Longhorns. And Llama and the LSU Tigers win it on the road. Down goes number 2. What a finish. Unbelievable. B-Dog is absolutely sick to his stomach. 1 yard short of a chance to tie. And you got to think, if he didn't overthrow Quinn Nash right there, he would have had a tutty. And what a play from the safety, bringing him down at the 1. Nasty work from the Tigers. That is an LSU outright victory, folks. Nasty work. Let's see how it all shook out. You guys got to put some respect on Llama's name. The 3 field goals to start it out. Touchdown from Bowie. McBuckets had a 20-yarder. Fellows got in the end zone. Unreal game here, folks. LaVello Blackley, 12 of 20, 207 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. McBuckets had 38 carries for 161. And Bowie, Gardner, McCray only had 1 catch today. Deshaun Nebers only had 1 catch today, too. It was all to the slot. And on defense, 9 tackles, 3 TFLs by Darby here. 1 sack for Darby, no interceptions, couple deflections, and the fumble. There were none. And for Texas, Morris Stewart, he had his chance there at the end, couldn't punch it home. Marty Fellows had a touchdown today. Quinn Nash, the top receiver. Johnny Lilly gets 12 tackles. 2 TFLs for Champ Rogers. 2 interceptions on the day, but they still couldn't punch it home at the very end when it mattered the most. If they would have ran a regular play, they would have had a chance. But that's brutal. Brutal way for it to go down. But that is the way of the SFA. Number 2 goes down, our 3rd top 10 team, and our 2nd top 3 team to go down this week. That's an LSU outright victory, baby. All right, so next up on the list, speaking of craziness, we've got Florida State taking on Georgia Tech. And yes, we've got Florida State tails and kick. I don't see that you submitted a jersey. Do you want to pick your jerseys, Jackie Moon? Let me know. I know that Mike submitted, he wanted Black Watch today. So whatever you want to compliment his Black Watch. Okay, and then you want Tradish. Tradish would be your aways. Don't know why they don't want to do away. Let's just go white like normal here. Helmet, we gotta go with this one. Okay. Alright, so this is a 3-point favorite for Georgia Tech, who just took Baylor to OT, as this is LSU +7. What do you mean, no white? Oh, okay, you're catching up. I'm like, what? How do you not like white jerseys? Alright, who covers? Do you have Georgia Tech -3, or do you have Florida State? So we saw Florida State, they had a nice win against Buffalo on BearCave. Obviously, a lot more people are high on Georgia Tech right now after their game day performance. Tails and kick. Welcome in, Coach Mike. We already know, so it's tails and kick here for Florida State. Get those Bobinas in. This is a big one. They only gave Georgia Tech a 3-point spread, but I feel like Georgia Tech is a bit of a wagon after last week, even though they lost. So when it's user versus user, the away team gets the advantage. But Mike, he wants to kick anyways, so you're going to receive no matter what. Unless your team wins the toss and the game picks kick for you. Oh no, let's hope that doesn't happen. Alright, here we go. Mike cheering for a Florida State coin toss win. And no rain in this one, as we got suited up Mike in the Black Watch unis. Florida State. So this is my prediction for the ACC Championship, so we'll see if this is going to be a rematch later on. Clemson going down I believe it's the Atlantic, is going to be very tough to figure out. Ayo, mush brain. All right, so we want tails and kick here for the Seminoles. Bang! Mike gets what he wants. All right, here we go, folks. Florida State, Georgia Tech. Can Georgia Tech capitalize on what happened last week? Yes, it was a loss in overtime, but there's a lot of good things that happened in that game against Baylor. But it's a lead right now for Florida State. Remember, in Florida State's last game, their only game, it was they almost choked to Buffalo at the end. So maybe they're not a fourth quarter team, as we're going back and forth here. 21-21 entering the second half. Quick touchdown from Florida State, but it's a response from Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech just, I guess, loves playing in these close games as we enter the fourth quarter, and they take the lead. Here we go, and an interception from JB Breckenridge. Right on cue. As we're just going to go play by play right now. We're inside 5 minutes, and now they're up 2 scores. Keep your cool, Florida State. You're still in this. Keep your cool. 4th and 2, not looking good. Did they punt it? They punted it. Got to get a stop now. And they do. So remember, we can only jump in if it's a 2-score game, or a 1-score game. And there's a fumble! Tech Sergeant has it! The fourth quarter turnovers are killing the Seminoles. Not like this. 1st and 10, and that's gonna do it. Oh, disaster for the Seminoles. You gotta learn how to win these games. It was back and forth, and then in the fourth quarter, they just shit themselves. Jerome Neal had himself a big-time day. Jamie Breckenridge, 1724, 235, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Rushing the ball, Travion Burner, 18 touches, 81 yards. He got 2 touchdowns. Buggy Gumption, 2 receptions. Jose Patrick, Ego Woolsey gets 10 tackles. A lot of TFLs here. 3 total sacks. No interceptions. No deflections. Fumble for Joel Everett. And for Georgia Tech, you got Clayton Tune. Only 3 incompletions on the day. 226, 2 touchdowns. Jerome Neal leading in yardage today, surprisingly. Caleb Hardy as well. Actually, no. Lee McDuffie led in yardage. But everybody got a piece today, it seems. And 17 pancakes for Butler. My God. Save some for the rest of us as you get a TFL here for Keith Young. No sacks on the day. And 2 interceptions for Willie Oliver. Deflections, none. And 1 fumble for Tex Sargent. So that is how this one ends. And that is a Georgia Tech cover. So we got some big-time games still on the slate, folks. Remember, guys, plenty of season left. No early season loss really matters too much, because obviously, if you win your conference, all that matters this year. So this is a Georgia Tech cover. Now, obviously, these conference losses aren't exactly great, but at least it's not a divisional loss, right? The division games are the ones you gotta win. All right, so next up on the slate, we only got a few more games left. We got A&M and Oklahoma. Back to the SEC. We just had a catastrophic loss here for Texas, so we'll see if Oklahoma falls right behind. 2 teams that already have losses. So LSU looking like they're the head of the table in the SEC West. All right, Jay Jettis, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Or Earn Fly, if you're here, let me know. No longer Skook. So manage the predictions. This was a Georgia Tech cover. The majority won that one. And this one, it's Oklahoma -7. Oklahoma kind of falling out. Maybe is their reign of terror over? Some would say yes. Some would say it never started. I feel like the fact that Jay Jettis didn't win 2 natties with the core he had was a bit of a fumble. Obviously, he got 1, so it's not like crazy. He has 2 in his career, but I mean, the core he had for 3 seasons, the fact he didn't win it twice was just wild to me. So Oklahoma, number 11, and you got number 24, A&M. Who you got? Get those Bobinas going, folks. We got 2 games left, and we got game day. We got Oregon and Boston College coming up. And if you missed our new intro song, I'll play it again in the next one. Made by Coach Rick. So 1K going on. Nice, nice. See what you guys got going. All right, so we're going to jump on in as this prediction kind of comes to a close. 2 more games. I mean, remember, he was undefeated as the Natty defending champ, and he lost to this team, A&M, and Rex Beavers in the quarterfinal, the number 1 curse, and then they just haven't been the same since. It was a tough year last year. So here we go. We got the Sooner Schooner here as we are in, this is not Stillwater, this is Norman. We go heads and kick per usual. Lachey Phantom, Herky Streets. Here we go. It's a full house here in Norman, Oklahoma, as Oklahoma does not score first. Yes, they do. Never mind. So 7-0 for the Sooners. A&M had a tough loss against Ole Miss last week 1, I mean. 14-0, 14-3 now. And a big play to Dinkins. Here comes Oklahoma. They are cooking with fire here. Playing great defense. Offense hasn't been amazing, but they get a fumble off a punt. A&M just kind of shitting themselves here as they are down by a lot. A&M and an interception by Herky Streets. It throws it to Garrett Park, the SFA player. And that may just do it, folks. Yes, it will. 28-3 on your dome. A&M is so dead. Todd Honey gets a tutty. McFeeters gets into the end zone as well. That is a Oklahoma cover. So we get to the player stats. It's Herky Streets, 13-31. That's not going to win you a lot of football games. As Ernest Barber leads them. And they are probably going to be unranked next week. Sad to see this team go down. Without Beaver Ball, without their savior, Skook. Huck Hammer, though, gets an interception. Former #1 recruit. And Jamal Bullock, 21-36, 223 tutties. Run the ball, Gus McFeeters, 170 on the ground, gets a touchdown. Dambo Dinkins gets 5 receptions. Honey gets 72 yards and a tutty. Will Mills. Got a Mills on this line, apparently. And Willie Thompson gets himself TFL. TFLs look like this. Sacks, you get 1 from Rokeem Shields, the freshman, along with Phil May. An interception from Garrett Park, SFA IGR. And 2 fumbles, 1 for Rohrbacher and 1 for Hill. Alright, so we got one more game here on BearCave. It is going to be a fun one. It's what I thought game day was going to be, UNC and Auburn. As first, got to get my players of the week. As that is an OU cover if you're following along on your BearCave. Alright, final game of the BearCave slate, and then we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes to do game day. But first, we've got a big one. The ACC, here we go. It's North Carolina and Auburn. North Carolina hasn't looked good in their 2 games. Auburn, they looked bad in 1 game. So, Sirlaxis, Brio, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive, as we got to get the prediction going. That's an Oklahoma cover. Alright, so who covers this one? You got UNC. They are a favorite. Or no, they're not a favorite. It's Auburn. Auburn's the favorite. They are the top overall team in the country this season. 93 overall, as you can see there. UNC, though, right behind them. But not too often you see the lower-ranked team, or the higher-ranked team, I mean, is the underdog here. So, 1 minute on the clock. Let's see what you guys got. Last chance at Bob and Us before game day. 2 teams that you'd think would choke. You got Sirlaxis Brio. He's kind of been in that Mike spot for a while. Fringe playoff team. Fringe Citrus, and then you've got Cabbage, who last couple seasons has been kind of pushing Tennessee in the division, but hasn't been able to crack through that glass ceiling. This would be a monster win for him, proving everybody that Auburn is a threat. So we'll see what Auburn can do here today. 1.1 versus 1K, 50 versus 50. Who you guys got? If I were a betting man, if I had access, I would probably bet on Auburn no cover, so I'd go for the UNC side. Mike cheering for division opponent to lose. But this is a big one, as the 5-star quarterback that Cabbage recruited, the SFA player Bob Rubshaw, he redshirted him, he went to the transfer portal by himself, and now he starts for the Tar Heels, facing his former school that didn't let him start right away because Alfonso Jackson wanted the rock. Will he dome him today? Is Bob Rubshaw revenge coming in on strong here tonight? Number 4 UNC, number 9 Auburn. Here we go. Rubshaw or Jackson is the call. They're going to kick, and they'll defend left. So here we go. 7 minutes on the clock. War Eagle on the sideline. That's pretty cool. Quick touchdown from both sides, and UNC takes a lead. Offense looking good early. Remember, this is a team that was held to 23 by UTSA. 21 on Auburn now. Auburn extends the lead. Oh, no. Auburn up 17. Auburn, oh no, this is a dome. UNC getting exposed. They're down 30. Making it manageable at least, but 51! 54! Unreal performance from the Auburn Tigers. 54 on your dome, sweet, sweet child. UNC give up a return punt, then they threw a pick six, typical Auburn fashion. So only 14 points on offense from Bob Rubshaw today. Nasty work here from Auburn. Nasty, nasty work. 54-21. And Bob Rubshaw, 20 of 36, 261, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. And they couldn't run the ball. Couldn't pass the ball. Not a good day here for UNC. 5 TFLs here from Dennis and 3 from Reaper Exum. Sack-wise, no sacks on the day. Interception from Yu Kachu, the senior. Couple deflections. Fumble for Kevin Sellers. But for Auburn, what an offensive explosion yet. Jackson, 19-26, 226, and then 2 tutties. And Price, he went over 150 with 3 touchdowns. And Dickerstick, he got 64 yards. Kofi Garnett got 80 and a tutty. And 11 pancakes on defense. Everybody getting a piece of the rock. 3 TFLs here. No sacks on the day. Interception to Blake Powell. Couple deflections. Forced fumble for Bullock and Charles, and that will do it. I have Twitch mods, they're just not here. Alright, so as always, before we head out on the BearCave stream, this was an Auburn cover. We go through next week's matchup so you guys can kind of get a preview of what's to come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games have been played. Let me pay you guys out here. UNC got smoke showed. So all business, proving once again it is not the path. So let's just make sure there's only 1 game to play. Yes, sir, as we head to week 4. Southern Miss at UTSA. That one is interesting. You got Oklahoma Vandy. Florida State, Boston College. SMU, North Texas will be a fun one. That will probably be on stream. The Cyhawk game, baby! Favorite in the SFA, you got Tribe versus Nick. A&M versus LSU. Michigan after a loss coming back. USC, Oregon State. Texas, SoCal, Cincy, and Navy. Ohio State and California. Minnesota, Penn. Army, Arizona State. That's interesting. Oklahoma State, East Carolina. Oh, baby, that's a barn burner. The best defense in the country going up against probably the best quarterback. Charlotte and Western Kentucky. That game could decide the division. And oh boy, we got a rematch of the Big 12 Championship. Nebraska, Baylor. And also a rematch of, what was that? Was that the national championship? It was, huh? So rematch of the national championship in week 4. Unreal games coming at you guys. Yeah, I know ECU does have no aura. They do have the best defense in the country, though. But yeah, no aura. So that will do it for the BearCave stream. I'm going to take about 5 minutes to get stuff set up here. And then we'll be back for Oregon and Boston College. So don't go anywhere, folks. Thank you for watching. VODs will be available later on tonight. And peace.